talk about dealing with your subconscious mind, and so make sure you have subscribed to this channel if you haven't. And so that's what we're going to talk about: how to deal with your subconscious mind, your subconscious behaviors, and your subconscious actions here and there. So first, we're going to skip the second part. We're supposed to talk about the fruit drink, okay? And we are inventing our own fruit drink, but we don't know how far it will really go. We don't know the future for it now, but we're trying to work on it, okay? And but for now, it's safe to drink. It's safe for consumption. It's safe, but we really need to do other things for it, okay? So that's for the fruit drink. That's for the soft drink. Famous soft fruit drink. And make sure you subscribe and share, like this video. So for today, we want to talk about dealing with the subconscious mind. What is your subconscious mind, and why is it important for you to deal with it? And why is the whole thing? Why do we talk about the whole thing here? So let's understand what subconscious means first. Subconscious simply means, like the word sub means, like say, divide, right? Something like divide, like not the full path, right? So subconscious means not that conscious, not the normal conscious, okay? That's what subconscious means. So mind, according to neuroscience, mind means the brain at work. So subconscious mind means your mind that is subconscious mind simply means the brain at work without 100% control by you. That's what subconscious mind really means. So during childbirth, when we all grow, we have three types of mind. Okay, minds. We have the conscious mind. The conscious mind helps you to learn. It is your wishes and your desires. Those are your conscious mind. Those are from your conscious mind. Then we have the subconscious mind. We have the analytical mind. The analytical mind is just based on logic. Okay, it is where, okay, once you get something from to your conscious mind, it gets to the analytical mind. It's being analyzed. That's where things are being analyzed. Okay, like I said, the mind is the brain at work. So all these are as a result of the workings of the brain. So and after that, it goes to whatsoever passes through your analytical mind goes into your subconscious, and whatever goes to your subconscious stays there forever. Okay, there's ABCD. You can remember it forever, right? That's because it is in your subconscious now. Okay, now, how do we know things? There are different things in our head, in our brain. We have the skull, right? And inside you have neurons, right? Neurons connect with one another via, there's what we call, they make different connections, just like you have wire. Okay, that's how neurons are. They connect with each other in different ways. So this helps you to know something. Okay, so that is a physical explanation to knowing something. Okay, corresponding to what the neurons do in your brain when you learn. So that's it. So right now, how do you deal with the subconscious mind? So the subconscious mind is out of our control 100% of the time, usually. Whatever comes to it, it just stays there forever with you. So what if you got bad things in your subconscious or dumb things in your subconscious? How are you going to really live? That's why dealing with it is very, very important. Okay, because for the first 7 years of life, when you were born, they call it hypnosis in psychology. For the first 7 years of life, we all were programmed, okay, by what we saw, by what we heard, and by what we experienced. We were programmed through these three means to live a particular way of life forever. Okay, that is just it for the first 7 years of life. So right now, when you were growing for the first 7 years of life, these experiences, what you heard, what you saw, what you experienced, shaped your subconscious. Were what fed your subconscious, were what nourished your subconscious. And when you were growing up, you had no belief system. Okay, so meaning anything you saw at that young age went straight to your subconscious, because at that young age, the conscious part of the brain is not yet developed. So understand that. So whatever you learn goes straight to your subconscious and it stays there with you and it runs your life forever. So right now, why is it relevant we should deal with it? Check yourself very well. Check your behaviors, your actions. They are sometimes out of your control. Like you sometimes suck, you sometimes hate life, and it's not supposed to be like that. You sometimes want to represent yourself in certain ways, but you just don't feel like you will ever be able to do it. Why? Because there are some programs in your subconscious that is not supporting that action. Listen, whatsoever you do that you struggle with, you don't have programs that support that thing. That's why you struggle with it. Whatever you do that you don't struggle with, you have programs that support that thing. That is why you do it without struggling. That is just simple. It's that simple. So, like we said, in computers can be programmed in different ways. You program computers, it's going to just perform some actions without you knowing. That's how the mind is. You can program it, it's going to play some actions without you knowing it. Knowing it is even going on. That's what the subconscious mind is. Sometimes you just do certain things, you are not aware of them, okay? But you just do them most of the times. Okay, so what did you do? You don't know because you were not even conscious. It takes another person who was conscious to actually figure it out sometimes. So very, very simple. So the subconscious mind is very, very important. How do you deal with it? If you know by observation that you probably got the wrong programs most of your life, you don't like you find it hard to do very important things to yourself. So how do you deal with all those things? How do you change all this information you must have gotten about the world? The world is bad, it's evil, it's full of devils here and there. You have to be very careful here and there. How do you deal with all these things? Okay, that you know sap your life, sap your energy, destroys you. That you know really are not supportive to getting you to where you need to go. How do you really deal with all these things? That is why you need to really read the Bible with understanding if you are a Christian. Bible Jesus God said Abraham should leave his father's house. By illustration, by reinterpretation of that scripture, God was telling Abraham to leave the nation of his family. Every family has a culture, every business has a culture. So if you run your life by the culture of your family, you will end up like every other member of your family. It's very simple. The same thing applies to business and the same thing applies to family. Some families just live a particular way of life, like interpret things the same thing in the same way, interpret same stimuli in the same way. That's why they end up living a particular kind of life. God said Abraham should leave his father's house, meaning he should leave the family culture, the family norm, how it's done, leave the family programs. You have to be very, very careful. I date with my own concerning money. I date my programs a lot. Now you ask yourself, how do you know your programs? You ask yourself, what did you learn? What did you hear about money that is really hindering you? That is really bringing you down, bringing your morale, bringing your motivation, destroying your momentum about money. What did you hear? Write them down. Be sincere with yourself. You will see some bad things that you heard about money. Intuitively, you will see them. You will see yourself see them out. What do you do then? You then try to create new mental pictures of the right way it ought to be. Then you impress it upon your subconscious mind every day. Picture that picture every day, visualize that picture every day, visualize that picture. The more you do it, the more it is being impressed upon your subconscious mind. And once it is done that way, you have a new program to replace that old program. This is a conscious effort. You have to consciously do this stuff right now because your subconscious is what forms your belief system from childhood. Okay, you want from childhood, your subconscious forms your belief system, and before your conscious mind even comes out. So nature programs you with kind of beliefs you should have before ever you were even conscious of yourself. This is why every human being has to meditate. Okay, concerning dealing with the subconscious mind, you have to meditate. Always meditate, visualize, spend some quiet time with yourself. Life is so toxic when you don't meditate. It is extremely toxic when you don't meditate. There's a book called The Art of Getting Rich by P.T. Barnum. You know what the man said? He said many of us will be rich if the world we are blind. Why? Because most of the things you do it because of someone who is going to judge you, right? You have to dress big because you are afraid what the person is going to say. But what if you have to sacrifice a little more for you to actually get your wealth? Then what if that money that you ought to have used to probably invest, okay, you have to now spend it on cosmetics, okay, on dress, clothes, just because the world's eyes are open to you. Think about it. There's a lot of conscious things you have to do. Like I have said, you have to meditate, you have to learn new things. Okay. Another way to program yourself is to read, create new, visualize new, create new mental things. Okay, for yourself, how it ought to be. Then you impress it. Think about those things over and over again. Impress it upon your subconscious mind. Okay, if you do this number of times, okay, you are going to have changes in your life. So like I said, you have to read, you have to meditate, then you have to probably visualize what you want, then you do it over and over again. Picture that picture, visualize the picture over and over again, so that it is being impressed upon your subconscious mind. By this method, things will be changed for you. But all these things will happen if you make the sole decision to actually change the programs, okay, of your life. So if you are looking for books you should read to actually help you out with this process, number one, The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. Search it on YouTube, you will see a free audio book you can get. The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. Then The Art of Money Getting, The Art, H-R-A-R-T, The Art of Money Getting by P.T. Barnum. Then The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Waters. The Science of Being Great by Wallace D. Waters. The Science of Being Well too by Wallace D. Waters. Then Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. These are books I have read, okay, and they are really fantastic. Okay, if you really want to reprogram yourself for success, brainwash yourself for success, leave your father's house. Very important. So this is all we have for live stream right now. Make sure you join us if you are just if you could not meet up today. We had to cancel the previous one. We have to extend the date because of certain things I was into. So let's go. Thanks for watching. If you are just watching, make sure you subscribe. Bye. This is Gary Science. Goodbye.